Hello everyone. The today's topic is PCR, that is polymerase chain reaction techniques. So, the gene amplification is obtaining multiple copies of known DNA sequence that contain a gene. Gene amplification can be done artificially by using polymerase chain reaction techniques, that is PCR techniques. Thus, PCR is an in vitro technique of gene amplification. PCR is a scientific technique in molecular biology used to generate billions of copies of particular DNA sequence in short time. It was first developed in 1983 by Kary for his work. Kary awarded with the Nobel Prize in 1993. So, the application of this PCR is to generate billions or number of copies from a particular gene or a DNA. So, the basic requirements for these PCR techniques: first, the DNA template, the DNA of interest from the samples. So, a desired gene or desired DNA which is to be amplified used for this PCR. Then second one is DNA polymerase. So we know that for the amplification or to synthesize the number of copies, it requires a DNA polymerase enzymes. So the DNA polymerase enzymes which is used in PCR technique is Taq polymerase, which is isolated from a bacterium Thermus aquaticus. It is thermostable and does not denature at very high temperature. Then third one is oligonucleotide primers. These are the short stretches of single-stranded DNA complementary to the 3' ends of sense and antisense strands. Then fourth one is deoxyribose nucleotide triphosphate, that is DNTPs. This provide energy for polymerization and are the building blocks for the synthesis of DNA. These are single units of bases, that is DATP, DCTP, DGTP, DTTP. Then fifth one is buffer system. The magnesium and potassium provide a optimum condition for DNA denaturation and renaturation. It is also important for the fidelity, polymerase activity and stability. So these are the basic requirements for PCR techniques. So based on the principle of DNA replication, these PCR techniques is developed. So the steps of this PCR techniques, this PCR, that is polymerase chain reaction, is completed in three steps. The first is denaturation of target nucleic acids. Then second, primer annealing to single strand target nucleic acid extension of primer target duplex. Third one is polymerization or extension of the primer target duplex. So in these three steps, this polymerization chain reaction is complete. So first step, denaturation. So the reaction mixture is heated to 95 degrees Celsius for a short period of time, that is about 15 to 30 seconds, to denature the target DNA into a single strand that can act as a template for DNA synthesis. So the first step, in this first step, the two strands are separated with the help of a high temperature. Due to this high temperature, the hydrogen bonding between these two strands are break and the two strands get separated. So this is a process of polymerase chain reaction, and these are the different components or basic requirements which is required for this PCR or polymerase chain reaction, that is DNA samples, primers, nucleotides, tag polymerase mix buffer, and all these components are mixed and put in this PCR tube, and this is a PCR machine, and these are the steps of polymerase chain reaction, that is denaturation, where is the separation of these two strands, then annealing and extension. So the separation of two strands occurs at this 95 degrees Celsius, while next step, annealing, of which the temperature is 55 degrees Celsius, in which the primers bind to this template, and third step is occur at the 72 degrees Celsius, where extension or polymerization is occur, and finally two copies are formed from this single copies. So second step, annealing. The mixture is rapidly cooled to a defined temperature, which allows the two primers to bind to the sequences on each of two strands flanking the target DNA. Primers are short, single-stranded sequences of nucleic acid, that is oligonucleotides, usually of 20 to 30 nucleotides long, selected to specifically hybridize to a particular nucleic acid target. This annealing temperature is calculated carefully to ensure that the primers bind only to the desired DNA sequence, and the temperature is 55 degrees Celsius. One primer binds to each strand. The two parental strands do not re-anneal with each other because the primers are in a large excess for parental DNA. So in first step, the temperature is 95 degrees Celsius, where the two strands are separated. The second step is annealing, of which the temperature is 55 degrees Celsius, where primers are annealed to these separated strand or single strands. Then the last step, polymerization, or it is known as extension, where the actual synthesis or elongation of strands are occur. The temperature of this mixture is raised to 72 degrees Celsius and kept at this temperature for a preset period of time to allow DNA polymerase to elongate each primer by copying the single strand templates. Annealing of primers to target sequences provides the necessary template format that allows the DNA polymerase to add nucleotides to the 3' terminus of each primer and extend the sequence complementary to the target templates. So the tag polymerase is the enzymes commonly used for primer extension, which occurs at 72 degrees Celsius. This enzyme is used because of its ability to function efficiently at elevated temperatures and to withstand the denaturing temperature of 94 degrees Celsius through several cycles. That's why this enzyme is used in PCR techniques. as this bacteria is found in or survive in hot springs. So this enzymes which is found in this bacteria is thermostables. They are stables at these high temperatures. No other enzymes are stable at these high temperatures. So that the tag polymerase is used for this reaction. These three steps constitute one cycle of the reaction. These three steps as constitutes one cycle of the reaction in which from one copy of DNA the two copies are formed. The process is carried out for 28 to 30 cycles, beyond which its reliability decreases. So each cycle of PCR takes about 3 to 5 minutes. As PCR progresses, the DNA generated is itself used as a template for replication, thus setting a chain reaction in which the DNA template is exponentially amplified. So, in one cycle, that is, one cycle constitutes denaturation, annealing, and extension. In one cycle, from one copies, two different copies are formed. Then another second cycle, from these two copies, four copies are formed. Then another third cycle, in third cycle, from these four, the eight DNA copies are formed. So billions of copies are formed within these 30 cycles. Lastly, application of PCR. So PCR is used in gene amplification, that is for the formation or synthesis of number of copies. It is used mainly in medical and biological research. It is used in DNA based phylogeny or functional analysis of gene. It is used in diagnosis of hereditary diseases, also used in DNA fingerprinting, that is in forensic science or parental testing. It is used in characterization and detection of infectious diseases like HIV, tuberculosis, etc. to study the pattern of gene expression. So main the role of this PCR technique is to amplify the desired gene. If the gene is having a small amount and we have to require more DNA or more amount, so that this gene is amplified with the help of this PCR techniques. So this all about the PCR techniques. So these are basic requirement for PCR techniques: DNA template, tag DNA polymerase, oligonucleotide primers, DNTPs, and buffer system. Then this PCR technique is completed in three different steps: denaturation, primer annealing, and polymerization. Denaturation occur at this 95 degrees Celsius, then annealing at 55 degrees Celsius, and extension uh, at 72 degrees Celsius for 3 to 5 minutes. So within 5 minutes, one cycle is completed, and the billions of copies are formed from a number of cycles. So, and this is the application of PCR. Thank you.